Right. And welcome back to the Misfits of Drakkenheim. I am Jasper, the Disaster Dungeon Master, and I am here with my good friends. Let's start. Let's go left to right.
Donovan Duskmore here, the swashbuckler rogue.
Do-do-do.
Dash, the Gloomstalker Ranger.
Yes, sir.
And Felix, the Apparent Mind Sorcerer.
There, Mike. Perfect. All right. So last time our heroes left off, they had just got done meeting with Blackjack Mel, who offered to sponsor them in the fighting pits, and Buckle Down Row. And then, of course, now I'm blanking on it. What was the last adventure last time? I'm trying to think.
We went
Oh,
to
Smithy on the Scar.
Yeah.
So they successfully assisted Petra or Ansel of the Hooded Lanterns to negotiate a deal, providing the Iron Helms, the owners of the Smithy on the Scar, a new deal to be their protection, taking away the Queen of Thieves' protection and the money she was getting from the Iron Helm. So now the Hooded Lanterns are protecting the Smithy, cutting the Queen out. We'll see how that plays moving forward. Once our adventurers were done, they came back into the city to rest. And before they could do that, Rot Tooth of the Queen's Men saw them and asked them to go to the Skull and Swords, where Blackjack Mel formally offered to sponsor them for 25% of the cut to be in the fighting pits in Buckle Down Row. Our warriors and our heroes have built quite the reputation for themselves. And that's where we leave off, I believe. Oh, and we'll have to reintroduce Felix today, which I'm very excited for. But let me kind of take it from here, guys. You guys talked to Blackjack Mel. He said he would sponsor you and get you in. He gave, let's go with you, Donovan, to get into the fighting pits. He handed you a card. It is the Queen of Spades. He says you need to show identification so you can get into the fighting pits. He goes, this card shall do. Show it to the gatekeeper, whoever it may be, and they will let you in their pass. So that's something there. Are you guys so Idris is out this week. Donovan and Dash, you're the two from the last session. Do you want to? We'll say that Idris went on some mission or something for his own cause. Did you guys want to go back to the Red Lion Motel? Did you want to do anything else? I don't want to railroad anybody here, so. But you hadn't rested since your adventures.
Yeah, let's get back to the hotel and rest up. And
That's fine.
Okay.
Also, if Idris is doing his own thing, I don't know if just the two of us would do well in the tournament by ourselves.
Yeah, agreed. That's a good point.
Let's go see if we can wrangle down Felix in Everwood Village.
Okay. So you guys walk through. It is late evening. Where we left off last time, it was late evening. The caravan court in the center of town is starting to close down. There's not as many visitors, there's not much travelers, and you see in the town, like you always do, there's members of the Silver Order walking around in full armor. They're always in pairs, so they kind of walk together. There's members of the Hooded Lanterns that are walking around as well. Some Falling Fire members. It is a common safe space, if you will, for people to mingle and barter for goods. As you guys approach the Red Lion Motel, you open up the door, and as you do, Felix, I'm gonna have you in there if that's okay.
Yeah, I'd just say I'm sitting at the bar reading that book I found. Probably having an ale, chilling out.
Nice. Yeah. Oh, the Rat God.
Yeah, the Rat God's book.
Nice.
Still trying to decipher that.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, you walk in. There's a couple of rascals sitting at the bar. There's Brandy, the bartender, is back behind there. She's got a dirty bar towel in one hand. And then there, as you guys watch through, you see Felix. Felix, I will let you guys kind of take it from here.
I'm sitting here with my nose in a book.
Gotcha. You open the door. Do either of you guys say anything to Felix? Got his attention. What?
Did you tell us just for roleplay purposes, I'm going to tell Felix the amount that we'll get from the fighting pits.
He promised hundreds of gold pieces per person.
So there wasn't a set amount. Okay.
He said vague hundreds is what he said. You'll get paid per person.
Okay.
Yep. So let me go here. All right, and where did I put Felix at? There he is. Okay. All right. Q, do you say anything to him?
Yeah, I'm gonna go up to him and kind of slap him on the back and say, "Hey, Felix, got a proposition for you, buddy."
Well, hail and well met, friends. What can I do for you?
We ran into Blackjack Mel, and he got us into the fighting pits for a 25% cut.
Well, that sounds like an interesting proposition. What's the tape?
He's saying there's hundreds of gold if we per person if we take first place.
Is this one of them fight to the death style fighting pits?
Did we ask that?
You did not ask, but it was kind of rushed. I'll say it.
So that was kind
He
of
said,
the session.
yeah, it was the end of the session. Blackjack Mel said, don't. People do die in these fighting pits, but not necessarily to the death. Plenty of people live, but it is live action. So keep your head on a swivel.
Okay. I don't suppose we know anything about the competition.
That would not have been discussed.
Nope.
We
All
don't
right.
know yet. I assume there'll be a board of the entrance or something when we get there.
That's fair enough. Well, I could always use the extra gold. I'd be obliged to entertain the masses for a small fortune.
All right.
Awesome.
With that said, Brandy approaches and says, "Oh, do you lads need a couple of rooms tonight?" Well, your friend, the mage, left. She didn't put any advancement on your tab. Do you guys have a couple of gold pieces each she could put up for a room for the evening?
I think we could all. How many per room?
2 gold. 2 gold for a room a night.
How many people per room?
Oh, you could do 2 in a room. I'm sorry, I thought you meant money.
All right. There's 3 of us. We can share the bed.
There's like 2 if you wanted There's a big. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I was gonna say do I have a room since I've been staying here? I guess.
Roll me a d6. Tell me if it's odd or even.
3.
3? Yeah, you have a room.
All right. I'll pay an advance on my room then.
Okay.
And
So
I
2
can
gold?
share.
I'll get a room.
2 gold a night that just covers the room itself. If you want like food and drink, it's more money. And not crazy, but it's like a couple more gold pieces.
Right.
Yeah, but if you need a place to rest
I'm
up.
hungry.
You're hungry?
Yeah,
Okay.
I'll
Drop
put
4
down.
gold.
I'll drop 5 gold for a few nights and a meal maybe.
She goes, "We got chicken kicking in the back. Would you like a fresh hen to fill your belly?"
That sounds mighty fantastic. I will take that.
Perfect. Should be done here in about an hour tops. Donovan?
Well, I guess Dash paid for the room.
Right.
So
You
I'll
can bunk
get-
with either one of us. Yeah.
I'll get our food, I guess.
Okay.
We're just going kind of loosey-goosey on the rations, like just pay for some food.
I just wanna-
Yeah, I mean, just like pay for some dinner if you want.
Yeah.
Well, I dropped 4 gold. Is that enough for 2 meals or is that just 1 meal?
That would be, I would say, a room and 2 meals. Yeah.
I already got it.
Yeah, I dropped 5, so I'd say I was 2 nights for the room and then whatever left for food. I guess so.
Yeah,
Probably.
that'll cover it. I can't remember. One of you is super broke. I can't remember.
I got 14 gold.
Okay.
That's pretty broke.
Yeah.
Because you bought Flame Tongue, right?
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
bought Flame Tongue and
You dropped all of the gold you had on
Right.
Flame
and
Tongue.
I think then I paid you guys
You
back.
did pay. I think you did pay us back. Yeah.
And then the gold we got from the last one, I bought some. We set aside 50 gold for you, by the way. I don't know if
Yes, they
For
did.
what?
From their when they was it the
the dwarves.
dwarves? Yeah, they got paid.
We got 200 gold, so we split it 4 ways.
I wasn't there though.
I know, but they're just.
We're just.
Sure. Hey, you know
That's
what?
how we did it, right?
Yeah, I believe it was for that job, or it was for you got paid from the Black Ivory Inn at the beginning of the next
That-
session.
yeah,
Yeah,
I
it was
don't remember.
something. They saved money for you though.
All right. Well,
Mm-hmm.
I appreciate y'all's hospitality. I'm sure if in the future, if we do a job and somebody can't make it, I'll try to return the favor.
That's kind of just how we did it. Yeah.
That works for me.
All right.
And
Thank you.
if it was from the Black Ivory Inn, he gets a magical favor too.
I
Or
did.
magic.
I do remember. Oh, I don't. Did we collect for the black art? Yeah, we collected our gold, didn't we?
You collected the gold. I can't remember if she gave you, because what she gave them was she removed the curse from the Gambler's Blade for Q, or for Donovan, and then she gave a Spring of Spell Casting with a shield spell on it for Dash.
I have not yet called in my favor. I don't think I was actually in that meeting. Or
Mm.
no, I was. I was in that meeting, but I was kind of staying in the back. So I have not yet cashed my magical favor.
Okay, you get one. So it would be like a magical item or a spell or a moved curse.
I was thinking maybe like some type of magical. We can go over it later, but like I was looking at maybe a magical dagger because I sometimes will use daggers if somebody's close, but like as a sorcerer, it doesn't do a whole lot if it's not magical.
Even if
right.
it's got like an effect where it's on your person, maybe.
Right, like honestly, like some type of dagger that I could be. Not obviously, I'm not gonna be a frontliner as a sorcerer, but like
Right.
if somebody gets, because I don't really have a lot of disengage options. So if like I need to make an opportunity attack and I don't have Warcaster, so I can't cast a spell. So just like some way I could be semi-effective in melee. We'll go over stuff later.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
thinking like a +1 dagger maybe. Or I was honestly thinking a cloak of protection for you
Oh
too.
yeah, no, either something protective or something.
What about a spell? Blur.
Ooh,
A spell what?
Blur.
I think
Blur,
I
what is
have mirror image.
Oh.
That's not, yeah.
Image is
Blur
good.
gives disadvantage on attacks against you.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Yeah, we definitely
We'll
do
go-
something like
yeah,
that.
either something offensive or something. We'll talk about it later.
Sure,
But, yeah.
sure. Absolutely.
Yeah. Anyway,
Okay. Well, you guys check out. No, a real interesting kind of pumps in the Red Lion Motel tonight. It's kind of it's just not like a big occasion, so it's just kind of a weekday, and people kind of come in. Oh, good.
I was gonna say, is this arena tomorrow?
That's when they were planning on going.
Okay. Are like potions and items and stuff allowed in the arena?
You have to figure out when you get there.
Should we should we stock up on items before we go towards the arena, or have you guys done that
We
already?
did that last session,
Last
but we can
session.
stop like on our way out of town.
It's not a big deal. Like I've got some potions and stuff. I just didn't know if like there might be anything useful in the market before going into death
I'm
matches.
cool with stopping tomorrow since he really didn't get a chance to
Sure.
spend that gold.
We might stop by just real quick.
From a RP standpoint, if you want, like, if you're like counting your coins and I look over and it looks a little light, I'm like, yeah, I think I have an extra bed, and I've already paid for 2 meals. You're welcome to join me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh yeah, the broke one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I kind of rub my raven, my precious.
Exactly. Perfect. So yeah, you guys rest up, and I'm gonna get my buckle down rope book out of here. You guys kind of rest up through the evening. It's a good sleep. You're in a proper bed. You're not sleeping out in the barn. And let me get buckle down row, page 80. Okay. As you guys wake in the morning, it's kind of the same scene. There's a different bartender in there. Let's call him Bert. He's down there at the bar. There's a couple of guys drinking some morning ales, having some breakfast. But otherwise, you guys are kind of just set to your adventure. You can, if you want some breakfast first, you can. You don't have to role play that.
Hey, Bert, where's Ernie?
Where's Ernie? Yeah.
Hero's Feast.
What's that? Hero's Feast. Yeah, right. Another one. Yeah. No. So you have yourself. You can go out and travel to town. Let me get my map pulled up. There we go. That's what I want. Okay, perfect. I'm gonna put this off to the side here and get it when I'm ready. But do you want to go visit Outdoor the Immense?
Sure. Yeah.
Perfect. All right. So as you approach, you walk through, and there's wagons moving, people hauling carts, people doing various trading and goods. There's a guy with a wagon full of crops there. As you approach, you see Aldor's immense. He's open. He's bright and bushy. And he sees you guys and goes, "Whoa, gentlemen! How can I help you this fine morning? Aren't you a sight for sore eyes?"
It's been some time, my friend. I think I'm gonna the magical flavor. I might look at defensive or spellcasting stuff. So I think I'm gonna walk up to Aldor and draw my dagger and flip it around and kind of hold it out to him. I'm like, I'm looking to upgrade on this. Do you have anything in your inventory that does what this does but better?
A little hack and slash. Excellent. And
Emphasis on little. I have like an 8 in strength, so
yeah. He goes, "Well, I have several items that a man of your inclination might enjoy." And he kind of rummages through the back, little clink, 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 clink going on in the back of his caravan. And he comes back with a assortment of different weapons. None's like a long sword or a rapier, but he does bring back a dagger that is similar to yours, but it has like a red hilt. And then he lays that there, and next to it, he lays down like a good looking but common short sword.
Okay.
With a sheath, a little belt thing that you can, put
Right.
on it. And then he also procures a quarterstaff, and puts that there. A magical. It has like it's a wooden quarterstaff, but it has some like metal infused into the gripping area of it. And then it does seem to be like carved up with fancy. I'm trying to think.
Runes.
Yeah, fancy like inscription on it. You ever seen like a blade that has like cool etching on it? It's kind of like that, but wood. And he goes, "Would any of these fit your fancy, sir?"
Well, I don't think casters of my persuasion can make much use of a short sword, so I'll probably be skimping on that. And I'm not sure I have the strength to make much use of a quarterstaff, but tell me about the dagger.
Ah, the day. Well, I thought I might give you plenty of selection.
No, I appreciate the
Yeah,
assortment.
of course.
Absolutely. I like options.
Yeah, he goes, "The dagger itself is magical in means. It will assist you in striking and damaging your opponent." And he kind of holds it out to you. You grab it. It's a +1 dagger, just like I was just talking about. So it's
Okay.
you roll a d4, you add 1 to whatever,
Right.
and it's one extra 1 to hit. Nothing kind of crazy about it.
Odd question. You don't have one of these in a delirium flavor, do you?
I do, my boy. I do. The delirium flavor does have a taste for gold, though. I must let you know.
How much gold does this delirium flavor have a taste for?
For a man with such good business as yourself, Are you trying to get like a good deal?
I'd like a decent deal. Like,
Yeah, roll me a persuasion check. I think if we're gonna haggle a little bit.
I'm pretty good at that. Ooh, 19 plus 6, 25.
Well, you are very good repeat customers. Between you and your friends here, I've earned quite a bit of pocket change. The dagger I originally showed you, I could sell you for 25 gold.
That's not an unfair deal.
Now, the one with the delirium, is imbued because it would deal a little extra damage. Would be, or a different type of damage, I should say. Now that, your good sir, would be 55 gold.
All right.
I think this wonderful place we inhabit has given me a taste for delirium.
Mhm.
I think I'd like to see that one.
He hands it to you, it's a delirium. So there's like a delirium chip, like a fleck. Let me look at
Okay.
my. Yeah, it's a chip. That's like the smallest you can extract, and it's embedded in not the handle. What's the middle between the handle and the blade? What's that called?
Like the hilt.
Yeah, the hilt. There's like a delirium chip in there.
Okay.
It's a +1 dagger. Okay, so it's +1 to hit, +1 to damage. It does psychic damage.
Ooh, I like that.
It's the same. So it's the same D4, but it's a D4 psychic.
Okay.
No one here is opposed to using delirium, right?
No.
What about that Idris fella? I'm still getting to know him.
I'm gonna get that. I'm gonna put down 55 gold on that
Ah.
particular.
It says yeah, so it's
He
not
was looking at
crazy
that,
powerful. You're not gonna be
Right.
doing like 2d4 or anything like
No,
that, but
but-
yeah.
I mean, I'm
Blacksmith shop, he was
a
looking at
Abraham
it.
mind
Was
sorcerer.
interested
Psychic
in
damage
it.
is kind of my realm. So yeah, I like that.
That's what I
put
was
down,
thinking.
There you go. I'm gonna put down 55 on that.
Okay, take 55 off. Put down 1 delirium dagger on there, so it's your normal to hit +1, and then for damage it's 1d4 psychic +1.
All right.
So just in case you got to get a little up close and personal, or somebody tries to get a little up close and personal with you, you can keep that. It comes with a little sheath, you get and a little belt, if you like. If you don't, if you have a different way, you can put it on there.
I'll take it and strap it on over my pants.
Pants, gotcha. Okay, that'll work. He goes, anything else I could fancy you gentlemen in today?
I'm good, Alvor, but I'm sure we'll be seeing you here shortly.
I did inquire to my main weapon supplier about a better rapier. I told him one of my favorite customers was looking for one. He goes, this time tomorrow I should have an updated wares just for you. And then he kind of winks at you, mildly sexual way. You're his favorite customer.
I look forward to it, Alvor.
Excellent. Huzzah, a deal. And he goes, now gentlemen, there's like behind you guys, there's like a farmer, and he's got like a wagon full of let's say cabbage. He's got some cabbage. He's a cabbage farmer. He's the kid. He's in there. So he goes, well, gentlemen, if there's no more further business, I seem to have a cellar at hand. And he kind of politely nods to you to kind of,
Right.
get the fuck out. But is there anything, I just don't want to skip over anybody. Dash, you didn't get a real chance there. And on Idris, I don't think Idris is opposed to delirium per se, but I know he's not a fan of the falling fire. He believes in the flame.
I just noticed that he had quite a connection with the church, the Silver Order.
Yeah.
And,
That's a good
so I
point,
wasn't
right.
sure if he might have some negative feelings towards it. So
Well,
He
it's my
never-
dagger, so.
Yeah, he never disclosed it, so yeah.
He was looking at that whatever weapon it was in the blacksmith shop.
Oh yeah, that was
He didn't really
edged.
is
seem.
that prior to me, or I don't remember that.
I remember it from, it was like, I think it might have been our first session.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was when he ordered his splint.
Yeah, he asked if there's anything delirium infused. So I think he's cool with it. I just think he believes the flame is the true god. Cool. Well, gentlemen,
Do we need any more potions of healing or anything?
I've got 2 lesser.
2 lesser. Okay.
We don't even know if we can use them during that time.
That's a good point.
Never heard stat, but yeah, that's right.
They don't help in the fighting pits, they'll help in the adventure.
Well, or like between fights. Is it just gonna be one fight, or we don't know, right?
We just heard hundreds of gold.
That's a good point. Is Aldo the only person to buy potions from?
Jeez, Mr. Krabs.
We might should have asked that. Before,
That you know of as of right now, you probably could ask around if you found like a mage or somebody.
Well, I just figured we had already left, but we might want to stock up on that now.
I'm
I guess-
good.
Do you have healing potions?
I've got 2 regular
Well,
ones and 2 lesser
Is this
ones.
gonna be in the haze? This fighting tournament?
Correct.
So we can. Oh, but we can short rest in the haze, right?
Yep.
So we can short rest between fights too.
Quick question. What kind of spells do you have?
Uh,
Just, if we're working as a team, we're just kind of wanting to know, like, what
Sure. So, I'll do it real quick because I leveled up. So I have Mind Sliver, Eldritch Blast, Mage Hand, Light, and Blade Ward as my my cantrips. My level 1 are Arms of Hadar, Dissonant Whisper, Detect Magic, Shield, and Chaos Bolt. And I got another one at level 4 for level 2. Tasha's Mind Whip, Suggestion, Hold Person, and Mirror Image.
Gotcha.
How many cantrips do you have?
5.
Is that normal? Or?
Yeah, sorcerers like cantrips because we usually can't have that many spells. It's just that since I'm Aberrant Mind, I have like twice as many spells as my sorcerer. I'm basically cheating, but I love it. Anyways,
That's how we rolled it when we made it.
Yep.
Fuck it. We're playing
I
it now.
don't really have much in terms of spells. Rangers aren't really endued with that much, but I do have things like Disguise Self and Speak with Animals, which probably wouldn't help us in this fight, but
We can.
that spell that I normally use in a fight is called Zephyr Strike. That's what kind of helps
That's a good one.
buff my attack that first round.
I've heard good things about that.
It's a dope spell.
In terms of defensive, I have one called Absorb Element, which can kind of help me with certain magical attacks.
And then you get to deal it back out on your next attack.
I think we both got some defensive spells that we can use. And then you're more of an opportune fighter, if I'm not mistaken. So
Yeah.
I'm obviously not a frontliner per se, but I can hold my own. I also have several spells that affect the area around me, and maybe it might be best if you guys aren't in that area. So I might give myself a little space in the pits just so I'm not worried about y'all being caught up in the crossfire.
I think I remember that from that you used.
Arms of Hadar. Yeah, I had to like shorten the range so I didn't hit some of you guys.
Mm-hmm.
But anyways, awesome. Well, I think we're all good to go then, unless anybody has anything else.
Nope, I got 2 lesser and 2 regular healing potions, so
Right.
I'm good.
And like I said, hopefully if there is more than one fight, we should be able to take short rests between. So
And I'm fair. I got an 18 AC, so I'm fairly tanky.
nice.
18
For a rogue,
AC
at least.
for a rogue. That's fucking insane. That's awesome.
Well, I have 14 just because I have ridiculous dexterity.
Mm-hmm. What's your dex?
18.
Holy.
It was 17. So I rolled an 18 and a 17.
Mm-hmm.
And when I leveled up, I put 1 in a dex and 1 in a charisma. So I have a 14 armor class and a +4 to my...
He actually rolled 3 18s in a row. I was looking
Oh,
at. I was
So
right
he-
there, like no cheating.
He took 1 away from me because it was too much, but he also let me take or lose one of like the 7s. So,
Yeah.
it kind of balanced out.
I was like, "There's no fucking way you can have 3 18s to start the game. That's
Right.
just fucking insane." All right. Well, as you guys proceed out of
Can I have one of his 18s?
no, you cannot.
Mine.
Spread 'em around.
Yes.
If you took it away, can you give it away?
Yeah, right. As you guys proceed outside, it's early morning. I'd probably say around 7:30, 8:30, somewhere in that time frame, and you proceed out of Emberwood Village to a place. You're now becoming familiar with the city. Well, Dash was already very familiar, but you guys are starting to become more comfortable with like in the inner city, where to go, where not to go, kind of stuff. He's still the expert, but let me go here. So you would know. Let me get my map. Everybody see my map? Okay, perfect. 18 is where Buckle Down Row is. So as you're probably going to take a wide berth of the city, I would imagine, to avoid the haze as long as you can. But this is in a pretty haze-rich environment, so your con saves are going to have to be a little bit higher. Okay. So as you guys walk through, you see some meager people of meager means that seem to be traveling on Champion's Way to where the crater is, or more importantly, to where the falling fire call home. They pass by and they kind of wave at you just to say hello and things of that nature. But as you guys kind of creep into this part of town, right here, the haze begins to thicken and become more apparent. Everybody make me a Constitution save. I'm looking for 8s, gentlemen. Looking for 8s. 3. A 3? Shit. Do you have any levels of contamination?
Yep.
Oh shit. Okay. Go ahead.
5.
5. Okay.
18.
Both of you roll me a d6. our next adventure.
4.
4?
1.
1. Jesus Christ! God damn
We're gonna
it!
get
Roll me a
reverse
d20.
mutation.
You're gonna die.
No, he's not gonna die.
3.
3. Okay. Let's look here. Mutation.
This is your second level?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
For you too, or
No, first for me.
Let me go here. I'm looking for it. Okay, so yeah, it's wasting. Your fingernails, teeth, and toenails start to fall out. 2d6 fall out for each contamination level you have gained. So roll me 2d6. I mean, this is going to move into the campaign. Trust me, I'm not going to kill you with contamination.
6.
6? Okay. You lose 4 fingernails, 4 toenails on your right foot, and then your first 2 fingers on your left hand. Your fingernails fall out. Do you say this to the group?
They don't notice, I'm not saying it.
Okay. All right.
A mild one.
We'll play it for. Yeah, it was. I was really hoping for something cool, like Cyclop vision. that
I've
would.
already got vision in the back of my head.
Oh shit! Yeah, I forgot.
What do I like? So I failed, but I rolled a 4.
Oh, my bad. So you don't mutate. You do gain 1 level of contamination. There are no
side effects.
there are no side effects at level 1 of contamination.
Okay.
All right.
What about level 2?
There are the side effects being that hit points regained by expending hit dice are halved.
Ooh.
Yeah, but so if you drink a potion, you're fine. But if you want it, but we have I don't even think we use hit dice at this point.
Not
Trust me,
yet.
this will
We haven't
all
taken a short
blend
rest.
into pushing the story forward. So thank you for being our contamination man, sir.
The one in the one shot was awesome.
Right?
You got like crab skin and got a +1 bonus to her AC.
Yeah, she grew like a turtle shell on her back and just like fucking. Oh yeah, it was dope.
Nice.
Yeah, super dope.
Real quick, before we get to it, so I was just looking back over my cantrips, and before I use it, I don't want to start switching stuff up when I'm using it. I thought Blade Ward was a bonus action. It's a full action, and it seems like a dumb thing to use an entire action on. Can I just switch that up for message?
Sure.
Okay. I didn't want to like use it and then be like, no, I don't want it anymore.
Yeah, this sucks. We're gonna change spells mid battle.
Right.
Yeah, no.
Okay, sweet. All right, that's it.
Cool. So as you guys get deeper into you guys enter into the Buckle Down Row. So this used to be Buckle Down Row used to be a common area for working class members of Drakkenheim, like lower income working class. So they come to get drunk and party and do all that kind of shit. And so there are a bunch of inns you can see, like taller buildings that are bigger than the regular housing. As you do, everyone give me a perception check as you proceed forward in.
9.
18. 19.
19.
It's this die.
Okay. Got it. So, as you guys can hear, so the guys who rolled higher, you can starting to hear as you enter into the pit a large chatter that is going off, and it is obvious that there are people that are in this sector of town. As you proceed forward, you see this. All right. Let me just 1 second here. I got a text from my brother. Hold on. You enter the Buckle Down Road section of town. As you do, let's see how this pops up. Boom. Yeah, so the map's kind of dark. I was playing with the settings. I'm sorry, I don't know how to get it backlight without really jacking it up. As you enter in, there is like a barricade in the front of these buildings. And then it looks like someone has hacked a tree down and thrown it across the midsection of the way. Let me get your guys' pulled up.
What's that button to the left with the
Right.
moon?
Right here?
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Oh no, that's for the
Oh, it's up
outside.
there. Yeah. Is it visible? Is it playable?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Okay, cool. So let's go here and do this. Exactly. Dash, you, I'm guessing, are in the front. Oh, hey, Dash, this should be a heads up. You would know this, just being who you are. You would not want to don your hooded lantern cloak, like, obviously, in this area, because the hooded lanterns are like the cops, the Queen's men are kind of like the robbers. right? So just heads up.
Oh yeah. I'll say I have like a secondary cloak that I switch out whenever I'm going to certain
That
areas.
patch one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
real useful items.
Yeah.
Perfect. Okay, so then I need Donovan. There you
I was
are.
gonna mention that last time. If we're doing stuff with the Queensmen, I don't want to be like obvious. Like,
That-
hey,
yeah,
Hooded Lanterns here, guys. What you guys doing?
Right.
Hi, friend.
Let me
You
go.
guys not doing anything illegal over here, are you?
Right. Be a real shame if you were. And then Felix. Okay. As you guys approach the barricaded way, um, there are two what appear to be guards out front. One has a short sword at his hip, and another one has a spear in his right hand. And as you approach the buckle down row area, the one with the spear says, "Stop there! Stop there! State your business. Who are you, and what the hell do you want in these parts of town?"
I'll pull out the Queen of Spades, and I'm gonna name drop Blackjack Mel. Blackjack Mel sent us here. He's sponsoring us in the fighting pits. Said this would get us in.
Sure he is. Sure he is. Why don't you show me that card here, young man?
I'll walk up to him and hold it out.
You walk up to him and hold it out. He grabs it from you. He looks at it. Looks at you. Kind of like a bouncer IDing somebody at the bar. Kind of looks down at it, looks at you, looks down at it. He goes, "All right, I guess you can come on in." And kind of steps aside, keeping a watchful eye on all three of you.
I wink at her as
wink-
I walk past her.
Roll me a performance check.
Oh, God.
I have high charisma. Performance 13.
13. It kind of like gives you wink at him. He gives you like that odd like okay. Now everyone's uncomfortable. It's kind of look. So he does that, and then as you guys walk in, you can see that these four kind of close bars. I'm gonna move you into the middle here. All have activity going on. There's drinking. It looks like dice games are going on. That's your mom. And then card games, things that nature. There's a fight going on in one of the bars that people don't seem to be breaking up. What do you guys do? Is there anyone like? There's people walking around. I will use these. I set these up to be used as is. So there's a guy here walking on the street. There's a guy there walking on the street. Obviously, you can see people. This is why I tried to black it out, but I just couldn't get it. Hey, Katie. Is there anyone you guys would like to speak with, or?
I want to see if I can find someone that may be somewhat approachable. I can do an insight check if you want. I'm just looking for someone that maybe can get some information since we don't know anything about this.
Okay. Go ahead. Give me an insight check.
17.
That will do fine. So,
Sorry. Yeah, 17. Sorry.
no, you're good. So outside of, you can see a sign above this bar to the right here as you walk by. It says the Sweaty Bugbear. You need help?
I'm gonna go get the one. I can get it. Never mind.
Oh, I can get it.
There's
Hold on.
2 canes, lemonades in there.
3 pots. Back. With that, you see a lizard folk sitting outside of the bar on a stool of the Sweaty Bugbear, who looks, I don't think I'd want to run into them in a dark alley, but they look approachable enough. Do you wish to engage?
Yeah, I'm gonna go over there and ask some questions.
Okay. So I'm just gonna say, I'm just gonna move you here, and the lizard folk goes, "What do you want?"
I was hoping that maybe you could help me out. It's my first time trying to participate in one of these tournaments. Have you participated in them before?
Fresh blood, fresh blood. You go, "No, my name is Sandra, and I don't participate in the fighting pits myself, but I know where you can go to get entrance to them.
Gotcha. What are any of the rules, restrictions, anything like that regarding these tournaments?
Sandra goes, well, I know that you can't poison your blade and use it in the fighting pits. I also know the queen decides who lives and who dies.
Okay. And is death the primary win condition, or is it just until they can be knocked unconscious or dismembered?
It depends how the queen is feeling at the end of the battle.
Sounds enticing.
Mhm.
Can I pipe in?
Sure.
Is this a he? You said Sandra. Is this a she? They're lizard folk.
They're lizard folk, right? They're non-binary.
All right. Well, I'm not gonna say sir or ma'am then. How about like items like potions? How does that work?
From what I understand, you can drink a potion and use its effect before you enter the pits. But once in the pits, no potions are allowed.
And is it just like one continuous fight, or is it like multiple rounds of moments and such? How does that work?
It's usually team versus team. And so your party looks to be made up of 3. Then you would fight another party of 3. But you have to have a name to enter the pits.
Yeah, that's 3.
Okay. yes, that's 3. That is 3. And she goes, but your team has to have a name to enter the pits.
There are no magical restrictions, are there?
If you can cast magic, you can use it, but you better not try to sneak in anything extra.
So no magical items.
Not necessarily no magical items, but mainly no potion taking while in the pits.
Understood.
But in between fights, you could take potions, right?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Good to hear.
Yes.
Yes.
One other question. Are you friends with a bugbear?
There are many bugbears. Do you mean the sweaty bugbear?
The one right next to you or near you?
No, that was the name of the.
The name was
mind.
a sweaty
Gotcha.
bugbear. Do you want to still ask that question?
No.
Okay, gotcha. I didn't think so. I was like, yeah. There are bugbears here, but this bar is called the Sweaty Bugbear.
Okay.
She goes, if you want into the pits, you need to go to the Imperial Old House, and she points up the way, and it's the bar here, on the top left, is where she points at.
Okay. I guess we should go register for our death, right?
Are we just doing straight like 10, 10, 10 conversion for copper to silver, silver to gold?
I usually only use gold just because it's easier. Like it's just a gold-based economy.
That's fine.
Yeah.
I was just gonna throw him 5 silver. If not,
So did you guys tell me about your previous adventure in the mines, or like the dwarven mine? Because you gave me the gold.
I would say yeah.
Mhm.
When we gave it to you, we regaled to it.
I would say overnight when you slept, they could have told you about it. Like I would say you would be privy to everything they know.
Oh yeah, you missed it. It was pretty fun. There were big ass cannons.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, dude.
As we're walking towards,
No,
I'm assuming we're walking towards the Imperial House, probably, unless anybody. Is there anybody like within easy listening distance of us?
Make a perception check.
Ooh, I'm usually better at perception. Just straight 15.
Like 15. You can tell this is a place filled of thieves, of rogues, of very sneaky people. You don't think anybody's listening. Nothing that you could see that anybody would be intently listening on your conversation, but anything that you would say that's important, you would want to keep low.
So,
Say it very low.
I would say ever since I took my message cantrip so graciously about 6 minutes ago, I probably keep like a little copper wire just in my sleeve, so it's just there. So I'm gonna point towards, I'd say probably
I thought that was me.
dash your
Donovan.
Donovan. I was like, I know it's one of the D names. I'd point towards Donovan and I say, like because like you can't intercept message if you're not the intended recipient.
Mhm.
So I point to him and I say, the queen apparently decides who lives and who dies. Does she know anything about losing a mind to the lanterns off of your actions? I don't know
So
how many words that was.
I don't want to interrupt this
Yeah.
because I don't want to interrupt the good role play, but
Yeah.
this just happened the day before.
Oh.
So there's still the offer's been made, it was accepted to, but like it's still kind of working its way out.
I'm gonna retcon that. I'm gonna say, do you have any negative dealings with the queen? And you can respond to that in like basically the way message works is I send you 25 words or less, and you're the only one that hears it, and you can respond once in the same manner.
Okay. So I speak or I think.
Like basically, you kind of whisper it, but no words come out. Like it just you whisper it into my head, I guess.
Okay. That's interesting. I've never actually used that.
I can read it to you if you want.
No, that's okay. So I'll just tell him the only interaction we've had with the queen was outside the Black Ivory Inn, and it seemed to go pretty well.
I think I was there for that. Actually, yeah.
Yeah, because she went in right after.
Okay, I didn't know if you guys had run afoul of her really lately. Okay, yeah. All right. Just wanted to make sure we weren't walking into a death trap.
Did she? At that interaction, was I sporting my lantern gear?
You were, but she didn't seem to mind.
Okay.
She had a very carefree, laissez-faire vibe.
Yeah, we kind of just cleared the way for the burglar's path or whatever.
we did.
Right.
We did offer her the tunnel because in our first campaign we burned down that inn, but we gave her that. We didn't give it to her, but we told her about it, right? So we should
feel
be
free to investigate.
right. We should be in
We're
fairly
just here
good
to report.
standing.
Right?
Okay, yeah. I guess if nothing else needs to happen, I would say we head that way.
All right.
Get the campaign started.
You head to the Imperial Palace. Let me get my notebooks pulled up here real quick. As you guys go to walk into the old Imperial public house, you do so, and new recruits from there is a couple of humans sitting in there at the front of the bar. Let me get you guys here. So this is kind of like the bar area right here. You guys walk in and there's a gentleman there. I don't know if I
What was
necessarily.
our team name?
Yeah, you guys gotta come up with a team name.
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
The Sloppy Seconds.
Of who? So we've got a ranger, a sorcerer, and a rogue. A swashbuckler. And sometimes a fighter, I guess.
I say the queen's favorite.
Ooh, I don't know if we want to carry that with us. That might leave this place.
You.
Right? Yeah. You might not want to carry that weight. We could be so the way you pick names, right? From what I understand, you pick a random like adjective and then some type of item. So like
Do they have
the
a list
shadow
of team names around. that we
Right,
can
like
see?
Mm-hmm.
so we could be like the Shadow Warriors, or the Light Guardians, or the Presbyterian philanthropists.
I love it, dude. You as you walk in, you can see there's like a chalkboard up above the bar, and it seems to have team names on there. One is called the Wounded Hearts, and that says verse. The Howling Dogs, and then there's the Catacomb Cobras, verse. Verse. Let me go here. I'm sorry. The Aces and Spades, and then there is a blank, like two blanks where and would say so. It says blank versus blank question mark.
So how many teams so far?
There looks like there's 4 teams up there,
And there's
there's
2
another
blanks.
spot to fill in.
So basically 3
3
rounds.
rounds, yeah.
If we make it all the way through.
Assuming that they don't add more.
Maybe you don't quite know the fighting format yet.
That's good.
Yeah.
Good point. Could be like the Cyclone Zor or
First
the
strike.
First Strike.
Q, what do you think? Or Donovan, excuse me.
The Demon Mamba.
The Demon Mamba.
What about the what you got?
Slunt Clam.
The
The
what?
Slunt Clam?
What does that mean?
Oh, Jesus.
I'm just looking up team names.
That's an interesting. We could be the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Nope.
No.
No, then you lose automatically.
Right. What
We
about
don't want everyone hating us.
right? What about like the Cyclones or
Uh-huh.
so, I'm trying to think of something not too generic.
So the team names in the streams, one is the Dusk Wardens, and the other is Draken Force.
Oh, that's cool.
I don't know if
We should have thought of that.
don't know if
Now I
that-
don't want to use it because somebody else thought of it first, but that's a good one. Ooh,
Uh,
what about
like Fear Strikers or
the
Fafnir's Greed.
delirious.
what was that?
Fafnir's Greed.
Fafnir's Greed. Who is that?
What's a Fafnir?
Yeah.
Fafnir is a dragon in Norse mythology that was known for his greed.
Oh,
Are
okay.
we greedy?
Oh.
I mean, we could be greedy.
I
You
don't know.
could?
It's the name of a ship that I have in my pirate game.
Oh,
That's cool.
nice. I like
Sure.
I'm cool with
it.
it.
Fast.
Fafnir.
Fafnir. Fafnir's Greed.
Fafnir. It sounds dirty, but that's okay. I don't mind. We could do that.
Like Fafnir's Talons or something.
Either that or for Fox's sake.
For
For
Fox's
Fox's
sake,
sake.
I
Fox
like
like Guy Fox.
I don't
Oh.
hate that.
Fox's sake. Let's do the Fox sakes.
Another name of one of my ships because I thought it was funny.
I love it, dude. I love it. That's awesome.
They're Falkers.
No.
No, I like that one. The
Fox sake.
Fox sake.
For Fox's
Fox.
sake. All right.
Fox sake.
As you guys enter into the old Imperial public house, this bar is quite a bit bigger. It seems to have an upstairs as well. You can see a set of stairs leading to kind of another form of like rooms that are adjacent. It's smoky. People are smoking in here. The beer you look at seems to be flat. Nobody seems to mind. There is a gentleman, taller, leaner man in a black tie with a white or black vest with a white undershirt there. He has 2 daggers, one on each side of his hip, and he has a let me go here, a hat with a feather in it on top of his head, and he goes, "Well, well, well. I know new recruits when I see some. Are you 3 by chance looking to make your name in the fighting pits?"
That's us.
Ah, well, come one, come all. There is a 5 gold entry fee to get into the fighting pits. And he shakes a bucket, and there's a couple coins clank back and forth in there. He goes, "But it is well worth your while if you know how to handle a blade." And he kind of sticks the bucket out at you guys.
Was that 5 apiece or
5 total.
So
like that.
Fox? F-A-W-K-E-S.
Mel's sponsorship was just
Oh,
like
yeah,
like Guy
in,
Fox.
right?
That is pretty cool.
Right. So without Mel's,
Spelled like
Ooh,
that.
what about
for Fox's sake, I
the
love
Fox Den or the Fox? No, I like for Fox's sake. That's
it. For Fox's sake.
It doesn't seem like that.
Blackjack Mills, to answer his... Yeah, no, you're okay. To answer your question, you wouldn't have got into Buckle Down Road without the card.
Okay.
Yeah, so he basically gave you an entry fee to get in, but you've got to pay your own way to enter your names in. So it's 5 gold.
I'll toss in my 5.
All right, so it's 5 gold total for you guys. Hey, come here, girl. She's getting him in the face. Little licky. All right, come here, girl. Let me go here, and All right. So
I'll cover that since you guys paid for the rooms.
Oh, I already covered it. It's
Oh,
too late.
I missed that.
You don't have any money.
it's all good.
Thanks,
Oh.
Daddy.
You kids behave yourselves.
So as you guys walk in, you see there in the corner a couple of hobgoblins are sitting there, and they seem to be gearing up for a fight, talking strategy, and they're looking and checking their weapons. In the other corner, you see here a couple of humans. They appear to be doing the same thing. And then a gentleman approaches you. Let me go here. I should have reread this last time. Oh, good question. There is another gentleman who approaches you, but this guy is a halfling, and he goes, "My name is." Oh, give me just a moment here. Let me get through this. Oh, and before that, the guy who took him. His name is Israel, like the country Israel, and he marks your name up. He marked for Fox's sake on one of the blank lines, and then as you guys are doing that, this gentleman approaches you. I can't seem to find him. Gosh darn it! I'm sorry. I have these characters laid out. We'll make up a name. There is a halfling that comes up to you called Pete, and Pete says, "You guys looking to get down in the fighting pits?"
Yes, we are. What gave us away?
I go, "Well, you just paid the man the pocket change to get in, and my name's Pete. I sell all sorts of assorted goods, and they come straight from a certified dealer." And he opens up his coat, and there's a bunch of like watches, and they're like timepieces, and then he flips open the other one, and there's like food, like snacks in there that you can eat. You go, "Can I interest you in a timepiece, or are you hungry at all? Could I purchase there?" And he has like a coin purse on his hip.
Certified dealer.
So what's with the timepieces here?
Oh, I just, I'm a really big fan of time. I got these all straight and honest. I swear by my mother's grave. But yeah, you want one? I get you one. 1 gold piece.
I think I'll pass, but maybe I'll check it out later.
Okay, business is always good, so you give Pete a call whenever you're ready. And then you hear, you hear a booming voice go, "Pete, the fights are about to start. We need to get down and make some money." And this big half orc comes coming up from the doorway to the left, where the bar kind of leads there, and he's got he's covered in plate mail, and he's got a warhammer on his shoulder. And Pete goes, "Meet my business partner. This is Grog. Grog and I have been doing business a long time. Honest business, I promise. All of our wares honestly came by." Grog kind of snorts. He goes, "You guys need anything at all, you let us know." And the halfling kind of crawls up Grog's body and sits on top of his shoulder and goes, "All right, Grog, time to take some bets. Let's go."
Hey, Grog, you big guy, are you participating?
Grog does not participate in the fights.
Oh,
Grog oversees fights.
Man, I was hoping to get in a good round with you. You look like a tough fella.
Oh,
Grog, crack your head.
Grog.
Don't talk dirty to me.
Grog, take bet.
Grog, take bet.
Do we want to bet on ourselves?
Grog holds it. He motions to Pete, and Pete pulls out his coin purse and goes, "Yeah, odds are, for a bunch of new guys, you put 2 to 1. Give me 5 gold, you get 10 back."
2 to 1. I'd put down 20 gold on 2 to 1.
Okay.
I'll put in 20 as well.
Okay.
You don't have any money, do you? It's all right. All right, we got.
You would have to, if you do have like the money in hand.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So he sticks out. Pete sticks out his wiggling fingers, and she goes,
All right.
and he goes, "Always good doing business, always good." And there's a little smirk on his face. He's like, "New guys, rookies."
Right, yeah.
So, do you hand him the 20?
Yep.
Okay, hand him the 20. So take off the 20 gold.
Yep.
And then you need to remember to talk with Grog and Pete afterward. Grog goes,
Making a note.
"We go down to fight now." and Pete on his shoulder. He kind of walks down and goes back to that room. And Pete goes, well, if you guys are in, you better start. If you guys are in and you want to watch a good fight, you better follow us on down.
All right, sure thing.
Okay. So you follow Grog and Pete, and they take you into this back room, and they open up a door, and the door has a spiraling staircase that goes down below. Okay? And as you guys follow, you walk into the fighting pits of Buckle Down Row. You guys, let me go here. You guys, as you walk down,
I'm not holding back.
Mm-hmm.
People die, they die.
Yeah.
Because it's kill or be killed.
That's fair. So one thing, and I was thinking about this last night when I was making this map, the Dunzo dudes kind of struggled on this one a bit, because this is the actual fighting pit. It's leaving a little bit to be desired for maps, so just work with me a little bit on this today.
Okay.
As you walk through, there's 3 guys down below. 2 guys gonna be posted up at the front, kind of like sentries, and then there's a guy sitting by himself over by a table, kind of reading a book. And he looks up at you and he sees Grog and he goes, Grog? And Grog kind of, Adrian, tips his throat. And he keeps walking through. The sentries easily let Grog and Pete through. As you proceed, they both have spears and they stick them out to cross each other to block off the entranceway. And Pete goes, Tim, Bob, don't you worry about those guys. They're with us. They're here to make some money. They already put some money down on the fights. Yeah, bet on themselves. Gotta love those lads when they do that. And then Tim and Bob, and seeing that you're with Pete, just move forward without really saying anything. They kind of just separate their spears. And you walk across a bridge that is
Keep up the good work, fellas.
So this bridge does cross a sewer line, so it does smell pretty rank. But as you do, you walk in, and people are cheering. A fight just started, right? And it is, you recognize one of the combatants right off the bat. So you approach, I should lay out the fighting pit first. It's a circular ring, and on the south side, there is, I'm going to use this right here. Can you guys see this on that one?
Yeah.
Okay, this right here, there's a risen platform with 2 humans with 2 chairs. There's a center chair, right, that's higher, and then there's 2 chairs that are lower. And the higher chair, you see who can only be the Queen of Thieves. She's wearing a bright red outfit. She has that fancy as fuck rapier on with her top hat, and she has 2 humans sitting lower beside her, and she's watching the fight that's breaking out intently. It's a circular arena with a fence, like a fence around there that's about 5 feet tall. Okay, and this is what's supposed to let them out. That's the size of the arena. Okay, and on all sides there are people cheering like, yeah, God, cut his fucking head off.
It's a small arena.
It's a small arena.
Okay.
Yeah, so I was hoping they'd do be better on this, but this is the Dungeon Dudes official map.
Okay. Yeah.
It is what it is. They're cheering, and you can hear the clink clink of metal going on in the middle. Do you approach the fight? Pete and Grog are starting to walk around, and they're taking bets. Pete's taking bets from people while Grog hosts him up on his shoulder and has his warhammer up on the other one. And they're taking bets. Do you guys want to lean in to see what's going on? Like, you want to see the fight?
I want to get an idea of how many people were on a typical team.
Right.
And
So this appears to be a 1-versus-1 combat. Okay, this one is. And there is a Goliath in there, and he is swinging his warhammer around like a just a beautiful motion. And there's a huge man, or a huge Goliath, and he's strong. And the other combatant you recognize from the Skull and Sword. It's the drow from behind the bar, the bartender.
Yeah.
Tom Dilly was his name, and he is in full plate armor with a shield and a long sword, and his helmet is down. So he has a helmet on with a dildo sticking out the front, and he's getting bashed by this Goliath. The Goliath has something weird tied to its back. It's like a big barrel, like a big barrel. And as the two kind of trade blows back and forth, you see the Goliath make a spin move, kinda, and bash right into the dwarf or to the drow, excuse me, and sends him flying. The drow gets back up onto his feet and lunges out and kind of nicks the Goliath. And the crowd is all going wild now. Their money's flowing, things are going. The queen, you can see, is very pleased. With that said, as the drow goes to make a leap forward, the Goliath kicks him in the knee, dropping him down to his knees, and takes a bash from the hammer, going sprawl on his back. And as the Goliath walks up to him with his war hammer, he looks over at the queen, and the queen smiles, and the crowd is going, "Kill him! Kill him! Kill him!" And the queen sticks out her hand, and goes down, and the Goliath smiles as he brings his warhammer back and smashes Tom's dilly head like a watermelon, and brain and guts go everywhere. Welcome to the fighting pitch, gentlemen. As the crowd goes wild and just cheers. All right, brief pause. I gotta piss.
Yep.